I've been called bossy, blunt, and way too much. Probably even scary a time or two. And you know what? I love it. Because here's the truth. I have never apologized for being me. Not once. The only person that I have ever apologized to is myself for doubting my worth, for shrinking when I should have stood tall, and for not trusting my gut. But not anymore. And listen, I have lived the full spectrum. I know what it feels like to be so tired. You're reheating your coffee for the fourth or fifth time and wondering how you're even standing upright. I know the kind of joy that makes you cry in the best way, and like holding your new grandbaby or watching your kids become who they are meant to be, dancing in the rain, dancing in the kitchen for absolutely no reason at all. And I've walked through grief that has absolutely changed me forever. You know, the kind that absolutely knocks the wind out of you. And that is real life. The extremes, the mess, the magic, sometimes all in the same stinking day. And here's the best part. I am not doing this alone. Oh, no, no, no. Because today I am joined with some amazing moms that are co hosts. My chaos crew, my hype squad. Lauren, Beth, Michelle, Jill, and Macy. And between us, we have toddlers, teenagers, grown kids, empty nest, fur babies, businesses, heartbreak, and a whole lot of laughter. Basically, if you're a mom in any season, one of us is living it right alongside you. Fair warning, these conversations, it might get a little unhinged. There will be laughs and there might be some tears, and there will definitely be some oversharing. But one thing that you won't see is apologies. Because this is the podcast where moms show up exactly as we are. Raw, real, sometimes hilarious, sometimes heartbreaking, but always unapologetic. So grab your coffee or maybe even your glass of wine because there is no judging here, mama. And let's kick off this conversation that we've all been waiting to have out. All right. Okay, ladies, let's name it. That thing that you used to feel guilty for, the choice that you once explained, let's put it out there and put it out loud right here, right now. Okay? So I know Miss Beth always loves it when I start with her. So here is my, mine. I always like to pick on Beth.
I could take it. I'll take it.
To take it. But first, Beth, okay, I am going to introduce someone real quick first. So today just to go back and let you guys know and understand, we're real and we are moms. And so we have a special guest today that's popping in and out, and that's Mr. Bobo. I'm sure that you have saw his fit checks and all of his little things. So as he's popping up and down, real mom life here. So just wanted to introduce Mr. Bowen because you're going to see him popping up and down, and you're definitely going to hear him. So, okay, Beth, let's talk about it. Okay. I want to know something that you have apologized or over explained or something that you look at now and you think I should have never apologized for that because that's who I am. And I am going to be more unapologetic.
I would say the first thing that I thought of when you said that was being loud. I've always been super loud and crazy. And some women don't love that. Thankfully, I found women that don't mind.
Yep.
And
Hello.
I just that's how my family is. We're just really loud and crazy and love to be funny and have a good sense of humor, making fun of ourselves most of the time.
Yes.
And so there's just times where I've found myself being super quiet, being very demure.
Kind of putting yourself in a corner from who you are.
Yes. Yes. I was putting myself in a corner
Nobody
trying
puts baby
to
in a corner.
fit
Nobody
nobody.
puts our Beth.
I was trying to get people to like me or trying to fit in, and I found that if they don't like the real me, then that's fine. And it used to
Yes.
bother me, and it doesn't anymore. You will find your people, people that love you and accept you for exactly who you are and expect you to be that. And if you're not, and they know what's going on, what's wrong, they check in with you. And so I'm thankful. I mean, it took me a lot longer to find that, but than I would have liked. But what's awesome about it is I have 4 daughters. One's turning 20 in a couple months, and the youngest is 10. And I found myself the last few years encouraging them because I do have a couple that are real loud and crazy and just fun girls. And I'm encouraging them not to do what I did.
Don't tone yourself down for anyone.
Exactly. So I'm thankful I walked that road so that my girls won't. I'm
Yes.
hoping they'll listen.
Yes, and that's it.
I hope
Shouldn't
so.
have to put yourself in that box. That's right.
No, no. And you don't have to have a lot of friends. You just have to have some good friends. Like
It's
it's not about the
quality, not
quantity,
quantity.
it's about the quality.
Yes, yes, and I think that's one of the things we've had to learn that with it, and I don't know about you, but for me personally, going through those things, I felt lonely a lot of my life because I was not apologetic. And, I was kind of in the thing of, "I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it anyway, and I am never gonna apologize to you."
Right.
I would feel that later on myself and wonder, and it gave me that thought of, "I don't belong here."
Yeah. Right.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I do hope they listen because that is part of the hardest part
Yeah.
with it. Absolutely. No, that's great. Great point. And now let's jump to Jill. Bingo, you're it, girl.
I I would always make fun of myself before anybody else could. And
Mhm.
so if I could do that, then I didn't have to worry about what other people were already saying about me. So then I wouldn't apologize.
So
That
you
makes
would
sense.
put it all back on yourself.
Yes, I would make fun of myself in front of people. That way, if I could laugh at it, then they would laugh at it, but it wouldn't be as, and I did it on purpose so
You
that they
knew you
could,
were intentionally doing that.
yeah, so they couldn't, I don't know.
Your biggest regrets that you put yourself in that position because you feel like you were with the wrong people. There's our
Yeah.
Bobo. And so you are no longer apologizing for being who you are and
Yes.
acknowledging it and putting yourself where you know you need to be.
Yes, that is true.
Yes. Yes. So what was your turning point on that? When do you feel like you really acknowledged that and noticed that and said, "What I can," and here's the thing, I feel like you can get along with all those people and you can have conversations and day-to-day interactions, but you realize those are not your people.
Right. I didn't realize it until my kids were older. That's when I realized because I watched them go through the stuff they went through. And then that's when I realized, oh, you just didn't give people a chance. So,
So more on a reflection basis is where like a self, you analyze probably deeper than what you should have on a self-reflection. And so what is your biggest regret with that? That it took time from you or what do you
yes, that I even had that thought in my mind that
Mhm.
these people are going to make fun of me. And so
Yeah.
I have to do something to deflect it.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
biggest regret because I worried over stuff that, probably most everything that I did was normal,
Yeah.
but at the time, I felt like I had to make fun of myself before they could.
Well, and I feel like it sounds like to me and, ladies, tell me if you're wrong, that now you feel so much more confidence in yourself
Yes.
that you have that ability.
Yes. Now
Yeah.
I'm to the point now where it doesn't matter. I'm going to be me regardless. So I'm not going to add the extra of
Yeah.
making people laugh.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, I wouldn't say this is a regret, but probably the thing that I thought of was I felt guilty leaving my kids when I was little, not to go to work, but, like, if I wanted to go do something fun.
That's
And
great. Yes.
I honestly never got over it. They just grew up.
That's valid.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
because that right there is that mom guilt.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, and that I don't think, and you tell me your thought on it, but I don't think mom guilt is addressed enough.
It's not because, I mean, I can guarantee that, like, in most situations, a dad doesn't feel guilty about it. It's
No.
just something
And
that
I
Oh,
mom
cannot
far from.
understand that, but yes, you're so right. How does that happen?
I guess that attachment that we have that's a little bit different.
Yeah, yeah, and so how how did you deal with that though? Coming, how did you make yourself okay with it when you did do it?
I usually had to, if it was like I went to book club, on
Mhm.
once a week, and I either took them with me, or if their dad could take care of them, then that was fine. It was it,
Right.
but if someone else had to do it, then they either had to go with me or I didn't go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So you almost didn't choose yourself.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, and I never got okay with it. They just
Yeah.
got older and they, kind of started doing their own thing, so I could do my own thing.
Right. Right. Well, and something so simple that you just wanted for yourself, a book club,
Yeah,
honestly. And it
yeah. It was
seems
one
like it's
one night
simple.
a week for a few
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah. And you during a lot of those time periods didn't have the option for virtual. We didn't have that.
No, yeah, not at all.
And so how do you feel like that stunted you as a mom, or do you feel like it created any animosity, or I mean, what would your reflection be?
I wouldn't say animosity. I think that more it just, you honestly, moms lose themselves during the process of their children and raising them because they always make them a priority. So I think there were many years where I was just, not doing things for myself at all. I mean, if I had to go get my hair cut, I had took them with me and that kind of stuff. And it just not having any time alone is just, I mean, it's almost exhausting mentally.
Yes.
When a mom talks about being so tired, I feel like it's not just, "I ran to the grocery store," and think about it too, because it's, "I ran to the grocery store, I ran to get their haircut, and I ran to go get some food, or then I had to help
Yeah.
go get this, and a birthday party, and then you forgot the detergent, or I forgot the list, and I had to run back home and get the list just to go, do those things."
Yeah. I mean, it's not all physical exhaustion that comes with it, though. It's mentally just needing a break from it.
Absolutely. And we feel guilty for even doing those just the smallest thing, just the maintenance, just a small maintenance thing that could help so much. So let's jump on over to Lauren.
I think I've always like, before I had my daughter, I was always over explaining everything. I don't
Mhm.
know if that makes any sense, but
It does.
if I didn't respond to someone, I would have to tell them, "Hey, this is why," and I don't know,
Like
then
you were accountable to them.
yes, like, people I'm not even really close with
Mhm.
either.
Mhm.
So, I have stopped doing that and also doing that with, like, some close family too. I don't feel like I have to explain why I didn't answer or why I can't go to a function or why I can't do all of these things.
Mhm.
But also with my business, I kinda got that way too, where I would be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I had this, this, and this," and,
Right.
like, give my everyday life to someone that I don't even really know. And so
Yeah, exactly.
I've stopped doing that, and it's kinda just like, "Oh, sorry," and then get into it. But I think I also over apologize, which I'm trying to work on. But that's really hard for me because I apologize about everything I do, so,
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess
Yeah.
setting boundaries is where I'm at this point in my life, and it's really hard mentally for me to do that because I love everyone and I don't wanna hurt anyone's feelings, but
Right.
I have to do it because it takes more of a toll on me which then takes a toll on my family because of the way I feel, if that makes any
Right.
sense.
Right, and I feel like and moms help me too on this, but I feel like as long as it is something that is for you and and you feel it and it helps fulfill you, if you have to apologize to yourself or whichever way it is, then that's needed from you,
Yeah.
and that's still positive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
And
Absolutely.
you know you need it, and being in tune to yourself enough to know and understand that that is what's needed for you to help you be the best version of you, don't ever apologize for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
Absolutely.
and so what brought you to that point? When do you feel what was the catalyst for that? What do you feel like made me finally think beside your mom? But
Yeah.
you say to yourself, "This is it. I am not apologizing. I am worthy and I'm a good mom."
I don't know, I think I just realized that a lot of people don't put in the same effort like I do,
Mhm.
and once I realized that, I don't know, I think I've kind of hit, like, an early midlife crisis because I realized that, and then it filled me with rage, and then I was like, "I do not like anyone right now. I'm gonna do whatever is good for my family and my spouse and my kids and the people that talk to me every day. I'm gonna talk to them every day, and whoever puts into me, I'm gonna put into them." And
Matching
so
up
yeah, and that's where I've been probably for the past, like, 2, 3 years, 'cause I get tired of it, and then I start thinking like, "Okay, well, they didn't do this for me, or they didn't do that for my husband," or and then yeah, so
I feel like for that, it's so accurate because matching those efforts and being, together on that in your head, like having all that together, like match effort. And I feel like you can do things for 'em as long as that brings you positivity.
yes. Like, I'm not gonna fret about things and throw myself in the dumps for someone that wouldn't do the same for me.
Right. Right. And Michelle and I have had that conversation. I mean, she's,
Many times, yeah.
yes. Yes. And so I don't think that you get that way naturally. I think that you have to have a community, and whether that's one person or two people or how many ever that community
Or
is.
just your mom who tells you, "Hey, why are you giving 110% to someone who only gives you 10?" Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I mean, that's valid. But yes, that's true. That's exactly and Beth, I think that kinda goes back to some of you as well.
Mhm.
If they're giving you back your time frame and you're kinda going back, matching that, someone else being open and you say you were loud and stuff with it, but
Mm.
someone's matching that, it's easier to do with, don't you think?
Yeah. Yes. Or even if they just accept you, you're unapologetically you,
Yes.
and you're with someone that is equally as loud and
Yes.
whatever. But if you're even just with someone that just sits in the space with you and just lets you be that, that's also very welcome.
And that's your community.
That's your community. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
absolutely.
Absolutely. Because there's times when you want to be loud or you don't want to be. And still just having someone there and knowing that, with
Absolutely.
it, for it. So, no, Lauren, that's great. I think there are certain catalysts that push you that way. Sometimes it is your mom, sometimes it's your mother's friends, sometimes it's all those reminders coming in, you personally being intuitive enough to say, "Hey, I know I need this." But
Yeah,
also having that guidance
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
on it.
I'm glad that I learned it now rather than in
Later.
10, 15 years whenever I'm even
Yeah.
more tired than I am now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So let's jump to Macy. Macy, tell us kind of where you see that at and especially as becoming a mom now. And I know we've had those discussions about, having, your mom friends and different things. And sometimes it feels lonely. You and Lauren both have had those conversations. They're great conversations to have. And I do want to have more of those as well. But kind of tell us where you're see that.
I'm the same way as Lauren. I'm a people pleaser. I'm gonna say sorry first. I am going to apologize several times. I had a situation recently, like yesterday, and I I had messaged them. I was like, "I'm sorry for ruining everything," and blah, 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 and they're like, "You didn't do anything, like, why do you even think that?" And it's like, yeah, I definitely over apologize, and I'm trying to work on that, and it's hard for me to not I don't know, I just can't have anybody upset with me, and I can't let it
Yeah.
go, so yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of my problems, but
So what do you feel the most guilt about? What makes you feel that guilt? Is it that you feel like you're early for everything? You feel like you're late for everything? You feel like it's as a family you're trying to get things kind of meshed? Is it because you have a baby? I mean, what kind of makes you induces that? Do you feel like you
I'm really
apologize for having, Bowen?
a lot of the
Like if
time yeah, I apologize for, like, doing things for him because or, like, I guess choosing him over a lot of things, which you should, but there's certain times that you need to do things for yourself. Like this last weekend, I left a party early because he was upset and he wasn't feeling well, and we were in Branson, so it was like an hour and a half drive, and I just kept thinking like he's not going to go to sleep tonight if I'm not there. So I ended up leaving early, and I apologized several times.
Right,
So yeah, it's
right.
a lot of the time it's like for me leaving things or not
Mhm.
going to things because of him.
Yeah, yeah. And moms, we all felt that way, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I think, for me, I personally wanna bring awareness to that because we feel so much guilt with that. A, it's so common. And B,
Really is.
the thing is a lot of moms completely understand it. And if you're a mom that doesn't, I mean, that's not your tribe.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, you know, that's kinda how I see it. I look at it and think I probably need to acclimate and not saying it's not your tribe for forever, maybe you just acclimate to a different side until you kinda get back to a different phase in it,
Mhm.
with it or a different season.
Yeah.
It's hard, but here's my takeaway from that, it doesn't matter if you're a new mom, it doesn't matter if you're a stay-at-home mom, a working mom, you're juggling it all, or you're starting over as an empty nest mom, you don't owe anyone an explanation, period, for the reason that you feel that way.
Right.
I think personally it's important to share those things because I think that we do apologize as moms too many times. That's life and that's where we're at. And as long as whatever we're doing makes us feel better and what we need to not apologize for those things. That's just kind of where I'm at. Would anybody else have anything they want to add to that, mom? Some advice or anything?
Think you're
I
right.
think that you're right. Yeah,
Mhm.
I've seen a young mom in a store with a tired baby and the baby's screaming in the grocery store. I've been there, but
Yes.
then I'll see other moms that their kids are either a lot older, just kind of given a look. And
Yes.
I'm like annoyed with the other mom. I'm like, are you
Yes.
kidding me right now? We've all been here. And I get more irritated with the other side. I'm like, "You were there probably 10 years ago."
Exactly.
So,
How
for
are you here now?
Macy yeah, seriously. So, for Macy to, wanna go home to her baby that's not feeling the best,
Others
Right.
should be
absolutely. I get
understanding of
it.
that.
You go.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Mhm.
So,
Now, he was well
yeah.
taken care of that day, I
He
just
was with
wanna
her.
say. But
Wait,
I
well,
will
who was
say,
watching him then?
crazy Mimi. I will say that everyone that was a mom at that party completely understood.
Yeah.
The ones that
Yeah,
weren't moms,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
maybe not, but yeah.
What's something that is just completely unhinged that happened for you? Like, for me, I was trying to get everything going and, had to go to school and had all this agenda on my mind, right? And I had to get all these things and I had to drop my kids off at school and blah, 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 get to work. And, I remember driving, looking down, I get out of the car to go up to the door where you drop them off for school. I look down and I had 2 separate shoes on. Now, one would think, color would make you feel that way, but no, I'm walking as fast as I can with them in the hand, and I'm looking down, I'm like, "Is this pavement off? Is this sidewalk, like, weird? What's going on?" And it wasn't just that, it was that one shoe was, like, one of those little kid shoes, and it had no little on it, and I'm basically walking on the ground, and the other was, like, this wide. And I'm like then I turn around and look in the back, and I always love, like, that cheetah print thing. One has cheetah print, one didn't. And I'm looking around, and I'm like, "Is anybody looking at me?" Funny, you know? So, I just kinda look at that and think, we've all done it. We've all done those silly things. Michelle, your unhinged moment.
I wore 2 different shoes to work one day, but it was because I got them in the dark, not because I was, like, losing my mind or anything,
Mine was
so
mine.
because they were the exact same shoe, I just had a black pair and a brown pair, and so, I don't know, I don't come unhinged very often, it's just not my personality. So you're
You
gonna have
know
to give me time to simmer on it and see if I come up with
okay,
anything.
we'll bring that one back to you, okay?
Alright,
Okay, who's
alright.
next?
I don't know.
Like, unhinged, like something happened and I
Something
completely
crazy.
lost it.
Not like unhinged mad or anything like this crazy kinda like chaos, more of an unhinged, like, chaos of it, like, I'm in this chaos and here I did this, oh my gosh. Now, like, not that you left you have those, like,
Yes.
nightmares and you walk out and you're like, I didn't put my pants on. I still have my shorts from bedtime, you know?"
So, like, would this be when I went through the car wash when you were here and I sped up at the end because I didn't know what was happening, and then I stopped everybody else in the car wash and I just
I
sped
did
out of
that
there?
Yeah. Michelle
just the other day. I was like, "I
did
don't know if I'm
too.
supposed to go yet or not."
Yes,
Last week.
when mom is
She's,
yelling
like,
at me,
sitting there
she's like,
freaking out at the end. She's like, "Is it red or is it green?" I'm like, "It's red." And she's like, "Do I put it in drive?" "No, you wait till it turns green and says go."
"Hurry
And she's
is
like, "Do I
behind
go now?"
me. I don't know if I should go. It's saying to slowly go so that it can shine my tires. I don't know what that means, and it's, like, rubbing up against the car so that I go, and then, like, everybody stopped behind me, and she's like, "I know, just go."
That's
Well,
the
I
best.
saw the little guy that worked there walking up the side, and I'm like, "Oop, I'm out of here." And took off.
I'm running. I'm a runner. That's a good one, Lauren, and that was recent.
It was. I
But
always have
here's
unhinged moments, it's fine.
well, and in
I have a lot more than I
all
thought I
fairness on
did.
that one though, your kids had just had their vaccinations, and they
Yes.
were a little bit moody. We'll say a little bit moody, and
Sick and gross and yeah.
it was hilarious. It was hilarious.
Quinn hasn't stopped talking in 48 hours. I'm
I
trying
was
to,
gonna say,
like, have a conversation with another adult and, you know.
"That's funny. That's funny."
Dang it,
Okay,
on the
who's
drive
next?
home, I was, like,
Huh?
scared that, like, one of the cars was behind me and that they were gonna, like, follow me home and be like, "Are you stupid?" And I was gonna be like, "Yes, I am, okay, I'm sorry."
That's
Leave me
hilarious.
alone.
And then you apologize again.
There you go, I'm apologizing.
Yeah.
Don't apologize. Don't
It's
apologize.
hard.
It
It is.
is so hard. Beth, have you ever forgot the volleyball's going to volleyball practice? I have.
My gosh, that just happened to me on Thursday. It's not my fault.
What's the kids?
Don't take the volleyballs out of my car in volleyball season ever.
Yep.
So John took them out for some unknown reason. What came over him to take the volleyballs out of the car, I don't know. And so we're at the game, and I go, "Where's the volleyballs?" In the group text. I have one from John. That's going to help us. That's great. Glad we have the one. And
Move. That's totally a power move. Like, "Oh, we've got one."
we fought through. We borrowed volleyballs from the other team for
That's
serving
hilarious.
and whatnot. And I proceeded to tell everyone that asked, "Can we borrow some volleyballs?" Someone took the volleyballs out of my car. I don't know why they would do that. And they didn't put them back. So we have no volleyballs. Oh, we do have one, by the way. "Oh, excuse me. Can we borrow some volleyballs?"
Yeah,
We
we've got
don't
the
have any.
one.
Some, yeah, and he's like, I'm sorry I did that.
I love it
That's
when my husband
hilarious.
does stuff like that because then I get to blame him. It's the best thing
Which
ever.
Which I really wasn't mad, and I don't care. I just like to make fun of
Exactly.
him over and over and over again. until it's not funny to me anymore, which might be a few days. So,
I think, Beth, you like to scare him also, don't you, a little bit?
yes, I love to scare him. One time he was I I wait for hours for this, but
You're
I put
plotting.
a very loud speaker behind his chair earlier in the day, and I had it on full blast, and I'll have to share the video with you guys.
That'll be
And
funny.
so it was the one song, "I Feel Good," and it was, like,
Yes,
really okay, and he came unhinged. He was like it was
and that
great.
was chaos.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
I'll, like, set
hilarious.
up a video I'll set up a phone and roll, like, 30, 40 minutes of recording until I can
Oh,
finally get him. So,
Hashtag goals.
I
yes.
need to
oh my
start
goals.
recording when
That's
I
right.
wake up Austin because he wakes up like he has no idea where he's at, who he is, and what time it is. It's so
Oh
funny.
my gosh. My
He
husband does the
Every
same
looks at
thing.
you.
stinking day.
Yeah, he
That's
looks at
after
you.
he's
Yes.
been
It's so
sleeping
fun.
like he's like a sick Victorian child.
That's the beauty of this circle. Laughter, heartbreak, living, being able to share that within our community. And for the mom that's listening, whatever your unhinged moment is, your secret or your quiet struggle is, you're not the only one. We're here for you. And someone out there is whispering me too. Whether we hear it or not, that's what they're whispering. So we've shared some of our messes and some of our feelings, the laughter, some little secrets that we've done. Now, let's get a little bit practical and kind of look at 5 ways, maybe five, that we can stop apologizing and start owning our own lives and what's best for us. And I don't want to just list things just to list them. I want to list things that I know that I have practiced and done, and some of the other moms that are here with us as well with it. So,
I need whatever advice whoever's gonna start talking first, I need it, so
Me too.
I need that advice, like, whatever how to stop
wait, you guys are
apologizing.
giving the advice. Come on. Come
I
on.
don't have any other than crying myself to sleep over things that I've done in the
Spilt
past that
milk.
I think about on a daily basis.
Well, Lauren, I find it very interesting when people feel like they have to justify telling people no for something.
All the
Why do you
time.
feel like why do you feel like you have to do that?
I don't
Like
know,
if
I just
somebody
don't
says, "Hey, are you coming to this thing?" Why can't you just say no?
I can't. If
I'm
if you
confused by
said if
that.
you said, "Why aren't you coming to my birthday party?" I'd be like, "Well, I think I'm probably gonna throw up in about 15 seconds, and then I'm gonna be
It's
contagious for the
true.
rest of the night, and,
Eh,
that's why I cannot come. I'm so sorry."
I hate to tell you this, Lauren. I still do this, and I wish I
See?
could quit.
Really?
I do it too. It's
But
probably
why
my
do you
Listen,
feel
fault.
like by
I don't
telling
know.
someone no?
I'm just a very, like I don't know, I think it's just because I care way too much, and I've always
Yes,
cared like, a lot.
yes.
I feel it in my bones almost.
Well,
Like,
you
it's
want to feel like they understand and they forgive you for not doing it.
yeah, if someone were to be like, "Well, that really bothers me that you're not coming," I would cry about it. It also goes into, like, I can't if I know that there's a possibility that someone's going to say no to me, I will not like, if I have to make a phone call or, like, call a
Yes.
doctor's office and be like, "Hey, I need to be seen for this," or, "I think there's something wrong with my kid," and they're like, "Oh, yeah, we don't have an opening until, like, 2 months from now." I'll be like, "Okay, thanks," and I'll hang up the phone and I'll cry.
Yes.
So, I don't know why, but it's just I have, like, really deep feelings about everything.
Me too. I have to work myself up to ask for things, stupid things, like
Yes.
even at work or permission
Yes.
permission to things. Like I literally go through the conversation in my head like 10 times, and then I still don't do it, and it
Mhm.
takes me like all day. Yeah. Or there's
And
times
that's
I'll just miss out on something because I didn't do it because I didn't have the
yeah,
guts to do it.
I need to get better about it, but it's so hard because I feel so bad all the time. Like, everything I
Mhm.
do, I
Uh-huh.
always have to expect less too. So, I have really high expectations all the time for
Well, I
people,
do too.
and I have to tone that down. Like, I have to literally think like, "Nope, they're gonna say no to me always. They hate me. Nobody likes me. That's how we're
Mhm.
going this is what we're doing."
I think we're the
So,
Well,
I
and
same
I
don't
think
know.
person.
But I think it's okay to just say no and not go beyond that.
But you still feel some of those feelings, Michelle?
I mean, I always have high expectations, and I think all that does is lead to disappointment.
Yes.
I
And I've
agree.
actually been reading a lot of stuff to figure out how not to have high expectations. And
Well,
you
I
do
need to
it
read whatever you're
because you
reading.
know, yeah. I mean, you do it because you know what you would do and you expect other people
Exactly.
to respond the
Yes.
same way, and they do not.
Yes.
And I have that same problem, but I'm trying to work on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
And
I
that's why
agree,
I
and
would get so upset all the time is because, like, some people that I interact with on a daily basis, they like, I would always be like, "Hey, we're gonna do this, this, and this for this person," and then I would expect that the same thing, and now it just makes me mad, and I don't do it for people like that anymore. I
yeah,
can't, or else it really hurts me. Like, I don't know what it is, but my heart literally hurts when people do that to me.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
I'm extremely sensitive.
Well, let me
I
ask you
always have
this.
been.
So, let's just say, kind of, impose these things into whichever scenario that you're kind of thinking with it. But so, for an instance, and let's see, Beth, play along with me on this one. So yours is you're just gonna be like, when I finish this, you'll just be like, "Oh, thanks for waiting," okay? So say it's like you're gonna be late. So instead of saying when you get there or texting, and stuff and saying, "Sorry, I'm gonna be late," or I get there and I'm like, "Sorry, I'm late." What if when you come in, instead of saying you're sorry and not being apologetic for it, what if it was, "Thanks for waiting"? So, Beth, it would be like, "Thanks for waiting" is yours gonna be. So it'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry I'm late." But instead, Beth, you would say,
For
"You're
waiting.
thanks for waiting." And then, for me, then I feel better about it because I'm not saying I'm late. And then Beth, how would you feel as receiving that if I was saying it to you? "Oh, thanks for waiting."
I definitely get what you're saying. I get what Lauren
I
is
do too.
saying as well, because I am usually there. John actually pointed out a couple days ago that over the last few years, he's noticed I've become I stood up for myself
Yes.
more. I used to never do that. I
I've
would,
seen that as well. And everyone.
yeah. And so I would feel like if I was just late because of a train or something, I don't even know,
You would
out of my
apologize.
control. Okay. I would text, "Hey, I'm at a train, be there soon." But if I'm just because I was sitting around and I'm just late because it was all me, I would feel like I need to apologize.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. Like, I was late because, like, you don't have to say, "I'm sorry I was late." I was
That's
late
right.
because the baby spit up on me. Thank you so much for your patience and waiting.
Right.
You
So it'd be more
could
like,
spin it that
instead
way.
of apologizing previously and before you even get there, and then I'll get there and saying, "I'm sorry, and I had this, and that." You don't owe that explanation. "Hey, thanks for waiting. I'm glad to be here." And then go on, because then you're not shrinking. You're not shifting that energy. You're not coming in there, and you still are you. And that still keeps your power as a mom. "Hey guys, thanks for waiting. Crazy day." You know,
If I said thanks for waiting to someone, I would automatically think that they hate me.
Yes, I'm with you.
I would be like, "Wow, I am the biggest a-hole ever. This person hates me." And then I would go home
Your
and
mom
cry.
should have put you in therapy.
Thank you. I'm
no,
medicated
listen,
now. It's a little bit better.
listen, here's the thing though. Here's the funny thing. So for me, like, I'm like, this is so bad. The difference in Lauren and I, and Lauren is my daughter, is she does feel that way. And like, I'm going and I'm like, "I'll be there 20 minutes late. Everyone's going to wait on me. Hey guys, I have arrived."
But it's so weird because, like, there are times where I can channel my inner mom,
Yeah.
inner Mandy, because one time
I'm
let me tell a
sorry.
story. I'm gonna tell a story, okay? So one time, and I would never do this if I don't know, like, if mom did this, I would be, like, not looking at the waiter, not looking at anybody. I would, like, maybe have to go to the bathroom, like, I could not physically stomach
Okay.
it.
Everyone's going to have a Mandy story.
So, I, it was I can't remember why we went out, but it was, like, my husband has a huge family, and we're all mainly in the same area, so we try to go and have fun a lot. And we went to the Big Biscuit, and there's several locations up here, and we all go in, and there's 12 of us, 12, 13 of us. So it's a big party. We've already like sat down and the lady comes out, gets our drinks, and then we start to order. And after our order gets dropped off, which by the way, it was not correct. Nobody's
Any
was
of it.
right. My nephew is very, very picky and he ordered, he wanted pancakes, but no chocolate chips. And that's all he wanted. They brought him out chocolate chip pancakes 4 times. I'm not exaggerating. They brought him out chocolate chip pancakes 4 times. Then Alex, my husband, gets his food and it's undercooked. And he got his food very last. So everybody else is already eating. Him and my sister-in-law, they both got their food last. And then I'm just sitting there and I'm like, we're not paying for any of this. Like this is ridiculous. And Alex, he's a very big people pleasing person. And he's like, I'm not saying anything. I can't do it. I'll throw up. And I'm like, okay. Um, I guess I will. And so, like, I don't know what snapped in me, but it was like Mandy came out. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have like, I need to talk to a manager. And everybody at that table, his entire family, they're very big people pleasers. Everybody was like, oh, okay, we're going outside. And everybody goes outside. And so I'm sitting in there and I'm like, I'm not paying for this person's food. I'm not paying for this person's food. We're not going to do that because you brought it out 6 times wrong. And Alex is sitting in there. He's trying so hard to be strong. He's like, yeah, that was really wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about her. And I was like, we're not doing it. And so the guy gave us like, it was all comped. Everything was fine. He gave us like 6 gift cards for each individual family that was there. And I was like, I'm really not trying to be rude, but this is ridiculous. We come here all the time and I don't want to have to post on social media about this. And I was like, God, I sound just like my mother. This is so bad. And so we leave. And Alex was like, yeah, you sounded just like your mom. Don't ever do that again. And I was like, I will do that again if it needs to be done.
So then
But
she calls me and she says, my gosh, I was you.
I was like, I was so mean to this guy and I didn't mean to.
Was it
But
really?
it was really bad. Everybody will tell you, like, my sister-in-law, she's like, I'm so glad you said something because I don't think we would have ever came back. It was terrible. And that lady must have got fired on the spot too because she never came back to our table.
Okay, Lauren. So here it is. Give me your best no.
I
Hey,
can't be put
Lauren.
on the spot like this.
Yeah. Hey, Lauren. You want to go Saturday to a concert? Just say it.
Yes.
No, you say no.
I really kind of want to.
I'm ready to go.
We all
Where
want
are
to
we
go.
going?
You guys, okay. Do you guys want to come over and clean my house with me?
No.
Not at this time.
Okay,
will.
Michelle, I need you here. Okay, Lauren, Michelle, do you want to come clean my house for me Saturday?
Absolutely not.
See, was that not a solid, confident, refreshing no? Come on, Lauren, say no.
No.
Okay, see that that was like the strongest no I've ever
Yeah,
heard you
it
say.
was.
That was a good
I'm
one.
trying
See,
not to cry. I can feel it in my throat.
my
It's gonna be like,
goodness.
oh, I can't drive that far, Mom.
If you buy me a plane ticket, I'll come. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. Well, okay. So here's your other thing. You as a mom and doing those things that you want to do, you deserve to be there and you should feel that. You can take up space. That space is there for you to take up too. Just like it is anybody else. There is not anyone who is better than you when it comes to that. And I've always firmly believed that. So take up the space. It's not being rude. It's human. It's a mom. You are a mom. You are entitled to that right people who get it. So, because I know like Macy, Lauren, you guys have talked about feeling alone as a mom with it. And I felt those things as well. And maybe you're just in the wrong place. Maybe
Mhm.
that's not quite your tribe for this part of life. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah.
I think it would help
You
Lauren and I live closer together.
It would help. It
I
really
agree.
would.
You deserve the space as well, but you also deserve to be complimented and to have good things said about you. And that shouldn't be diminished by anyone. So, you know, practice saying those things and even if it's out loud, looking in a mirror. And I know that I have had to do that sometimes just for my own self. And I don't think that it's practice. Even when I've went to my therapist and stuff a lot, those things are good things to practice and do for you. Okay. Jill, do this one with me. I am a good mom and I don't know I do not owe anyone an explanation.
I
Let's
am
hear
a
it.
good mom. I am a good mom, and I don't owe anyone an expl.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay.
cry.
Well, that was not confident. That was gotten jumbled up in words. So now I am a good mom and I don't owe anyone an explanation.
I am a good mom, and I don't owe anyone an explanation.
See, now look in the mirror and tell yourself that every day.
I don't owe anyone answers. How about that? That's a little easier.
There you go.
You're
That's
to
how I
say,
would
I
say
don't
it.
owe
There
anyone
you go.
answers.
Just change the word, you know?
Michelle, I want to hear your version of it.
A good mom, and I don't owe anyone an explanation.
We're all getting fumbled up there.
Okay,
Fumbled up. Macy,
I am a good mom, and I don't owe anyone any answers.
sometimes that's me. Like, I don't know. That's what you're starting to say. Like, I don't know me sometimes.
Yeah.
You know? Beth, let's hear the strong.
I am a good mom and I don't know anyone an explanation of why I make the decisions for my children that I do.
That's great. That's great. That's great. Lauren?
Good mom, and I don't have to answer to anyone.
That's a good one.
Yes.
I am a
Okay,
good
what
mom.
about you?
I am a good mom and I don't give a crap what anyone thinks. I toned it down for everyone. No, I am a good mom. I don't care what anyone else thinks about me, says about me. I just don't care. I'm going to go live my life and do my life exactly as I see fit, especially now as being an empty nest mom. And Michelle, Jill, do you feel that way? Do you feel like that's more becoming?
Yes. I'm hoping I'm getting get better at it.
Yeah. Michelle?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely care less what people think now than I did, 10 years ago or whatever.
Yeah. Well, and I like to see people happy, but the thing is, I can't take on all of that from
Right.
them. So here's the truth. Apologizing less does not make you hard, selfish, or cold. It makes you honest and it makes you free. It gives you a freedom for you and for yourself, your family, and your children. So for me, I look at it, and if I could look back at my younger self, I would say, you know what? I'm proud of you. And you were enough and you are enough. Anybody else have one that they would like to share? Things you would tell your younger self?
You matter, and it's okay to take time for yourself.
Not to worry so much about everybody else.
Yes,
Yes.
very much so.
Mm-hmm.
Be yourself and the right
Huh?
people will love you for you. Be
Yes.
yourself
Yes.
and the right people will love you for you.
Yes. And that's a hard one to realize, understand, and see sometimes when you're right in the moment. You do not owe the world a tidy version of your story or any version of your story. We're not sorry, not anymore. Do not apologize. Be who you are because you are beautiful. You are beautiful. So here's the truth, Mama. You don't have to shrink to fit anyone. You do not have to shrink to fit someone else's version of you. And you do not have to apologize for your boundaries, your chaos, your dreams, your loud laugh, or any of your tears. You do not have to edit yourself into some Facebook highlight reel. You do not have to do that. You are allowed to be both tired and happy, broken and healing, strong and still figuring it out. And in case no one has said this to you today, you're doing better than you think. You are raising humans, building dreams, holding families together, and still showing up every day, even if you have to take a nap and even if you're doing it from your couch. That is extraordinary. So, I challenge you to walk into this week unapologetically you. Loud, soft, messy, magical, grieving, growing, laughing, but loving you. And remember, you have a circle now, here, a space where you can belong.